Charlotte. I'm sorry I look a bit of a wreck just come out of the shower, but today we're going to be talking about how to gather. Gathering is a technique you use often to make big skirts, puffy sleeves, and you can use for other things, especially things like capes. So I'll show you how to do that. First things first, you need to remember to get with any other stitching, get thread that's similar colour to your material. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, especially as gathering stitches shouldn't be showing in your final product. But if it's similar, it doesn't really show on material, use that. You need to make sure the length and the width of your stitches for gathering is really quite big because you want the stitches to be really loose. Once you've threaded your sewing machine, if you don't know how to do that, I should be doing a sewing machines basics video soon. First thing to do is choose your first length. With gathering, you're going to be doing two kind of seams. One will be at one length, one at another. It's good to do it kind of small, especially if it's going to be going into a sleeve. For this, I'm just going to be doing one at 10mm and one at 20mm. Okay, I've done the first stitch now, so I'm going to do the second one. Okay, now you should have two loose stitchings along your material. So you get from the top or the bottom, get one of the threads hanging off. You shouldn't have cut your threads for this. One from the top and another from the top, but from the different stitches. So you might have to untangle it a bit because I've done that way too long. And then you lightly pull them while pulling the material the opposite way. And you'll see it pulls the material, and that's what you want. That's not a bad thing. Don't worry. And you just keep doing that until you get it to the kind of, either if it's a sleeve to kind of the circumference you want, or a skirt, again, the circumference you want, till it's small enough to get into your waistband or your shoulder, and it's big enough so that it puffs out. With gathering, especially if you've got a really big piece you need to gather, it's good to go from both sides and make sure you pull quite lightly, because if you pull too hard you could end up snapping it and then you sort of have to start the whole thing all over again, which is a pain. This is small, so you can just do it all from one side, but I'm just showing you what you'd have to do if it was huge. So now we've got something that sort of puffs out, so if you did that on a sleeve you'd have kind of a big puffy sleeve, and if it was big enough and you gathered it at the bottom as well, that's really good if you have a character like Belarus and Hetalia, who has puffy sleeves. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. That's how you gather. If I didn't cover anything in the video that you want to know, just tell me in the comments, in an ask or in a message, depending on where you're watching this. And also, if you've got anything you'd like me to cover other than gathering, tell me that as well. And I hope this helped a little bit. Bye!